Jai Hind everyone. My name is Aastha Sharma from CSE department at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, and my subject is Python programming. So in this I'm talking about the if and else operations, loop operations, manipulation techniques, continue break statement, and some type of the conditional statement we use in the like a string, list, tuple and dictionary. Next, let's talk about if and else condition. If condition, it is one of the most conditional statement we used in the Python, and it can evaluate if the statement is true or false. If the statement is true, then it can execute it the statement number 1, and if it false, then it can execute it the next statement. As you can see, if you example is like I am taking any type of the value, right? I equal to 10. The 10 value is stored some type of the data variables, right? If I'm using the conditional statement, so I'm using some type of condition. If the data variable is like the value of the 10 is greater than 15, then it can execute it less than, or else it can execute it is not, right? So the if condition is used like this. If the condition is true, then it can execute it the true value. If it is not, then it can execute it the false value, right? Next, if I'm talking about how it can execute it in Python programming, so first it tests the expression, like whatever you given the condition, it can first need to check the condition you given. If the condition is true, then it can execute it the statement, and if it is not, then expression is not, then it can execute it the another statement, right? Next is else statement. Else condition is like if, right? If condition. If your condition is true, then it can execute it the body, and if condition is not true, then what type of what condition Python is going to execute? The else condition you defined in the program, right? So it can execute the else statement, and then if it is not satisfied with these two statement, then it can execute it the last, which is the captions, which is the last statement, right? As you can see, example, if we define in this x equal to 3, so the 3 value is stored in the x variable. So right, next the condition, if your x, we use in this the comparison operator, right? If x is equal to 4, so what it does, what statement is print? Yes, or else what statement is print? False, right? Next we have nested if. Nested if is like if condition was there, else, then in else we have again the if and else condition, again else we have if and else condition. So number of nested if condition was there to execute the one program, or to execute the one problem, or to solve it, right? So the text expression, if it is true, then it can execute it the if a statement, and if it is not, then it can execute it the next nested text expression. If the next nested text expression is true, then it can execute it the first statement, and if it is not, is executed the last statement, and if the both condition is not true, so it executed the overall statement at the end of the program you mentioned this, right? So this is the if condition, else condition, nested if condition, right? Next we have elif condition. So in elif condition we have numerous type of the condition was there in terms of the elif keyword. So if this expression was correct, right, it can executed the statement, and if it is not, expression was corrected, then it executed the second statement. If it is not corrected by the second statement, goes to the third, then fourth, and then overall whatever the condition was meet in the program, the you need to solve the problem, it can execute it that type of the condition. And if the condition is not satisfied with the expression, then it can execute it the overall statement at the end of the program, or give you the errors, right? If in rare case it give you the errors. So let's take the one example. Suppose we have the string value, that is a. This a value is stored in the variable which is letter, right? And then if I'm going to conclude, or if I'm going to put the some type of the conditional statement, if this letter, I'm using the comparison operator, so if this letter is equal to b, so the print the b. Elif condition, next condition, if it is not meet this condition, we use the next letter equal to c, so the letter is c. Elif letter is equal to a, which is the letter a, or else what is print? The last condition, which is letter isn't a or b or c, right? So here are the some type of the conditional statement programs which is rare, which is commonly asked in the exams, right? The leap year, write a program for leap year, conditional statement, even and odd, greatest the three numbers, write a program for factorial, check the prime number the number is prime or not, write a program for the Fibonacci series, right? Check the perfect number. We need to next we have the calculator program, multiplication table, and dice problem. All these problems are based on the conditional statement. Let's talk about the loop in the Python. So loop in the Python, which is mainly used for iterating over a sequence, that is either it can be list or a tuple or a dictionary or a set or a string, right? So rather than using the iterating in arithmetic progression of a number, in this we use the which type of area? We use the list, in the form of the list, in the form of the tuple, in the form of the dictionary or the string, right? So as you can see, I have written like the fruit, right? The variable I am initialized with this, the fruit. This fruit has some type of the list, right? The apple we have, banana we have, cherry we have. All these fruits, it can be stored in which variable? In X variable. So in this we are using the for loop, right? So the for loop was there. Next, the for loop, for keyword we use for X, yani the variable of X in fruit. So this fruit set, the data of the fruit is stored in a X variable, right? And then the last, we're going to use the print X. So what it print? The value of the written in the fruits, right? So the looping through string, how you can use? So for, we use some type of variable to store this type of data like string. So this string is stored in X and the print the X. So what is the output we given? Banana, right? Okay. Next we have range function. The range function, it is the built-in function in Python which is used to iterate the sequence of number to generate the arithmetic progression. So range function is also used in the loop also. So how you can use in the for loop? So for I, the variable of I in range function, you need to define some type of the arithmetic numbers. So range I in 5, so the print I. So the output of the range we got 0 to 4. Next, it can be used, range function can be used in the list also. So list, right, list keyword. Next, the range it can be any, the initial and the last. So the initial value is range is 5 and the last end value is 10. So this 5 is the initial value and the 10 is the end value range. So the output you can get is between the ranges 5 to 10. Next is also the starting, the end and the mid value, right? Okay, next we can also take in from in the reverse, like the minus integer also, it can give you the output, right? Next, you need to use the range and the length. So the range is like used to iterate the sequence number in sequence number to generate arithmetic progression, and length is used to define the particular set or the value is mentioned in some type of the stored in the variable. So you can see A equal to, list was there, Mary had a little lamp. This is the statement. This string was stored in variable A. We using the for loop. The for I, like the I variable, I in range, the range, what range? The range of this. So the length A, right? So we need to calculate first length of the A, then the range of the A, right? Then print I, and we also address the A variable of I, right? The I was stored in A. So you can see the length and also the range of the value. Next, we have while loop. So the while loop is used to execute the block of the statement repeatedly until giving you the condition is satisfied. So when the condition becomes false, the line of the immediately after loop, the executed stops. So the count equal to 0. So count keyword is used to initialize the integer. So count while loop. So while the condition, if the count is less than 3, then increment the count and print the hello, right? Next, we have the break and the continue statement. So the break statement, it is used to break the inner closing the for while loop, and it can be used in some type of the range also, right? 2 comma 10. So for n in range 2 comma 10, then for x in range 2 comma n, right? If condition was there, if your n is percent x equal to 0, so what it print? It print the value which is equal to 0 and break, which is used to break the stop of the for loop, right? Next we use the continue statement. Continue statement is used to continue the next iteration of the loop. For example, if I'm using the for loop, so for num yani variable num in range word is used to 2 comma 10, and if your number is divided by 2 equal to 0, so what it print? Even. And if it is not, this is the example of the even and odd, right? This is the example of the even and odd value, right? It give you the even, or if it is not, then it can give you the odd number, right? Next we have the string. So a string in Python is surrounded by either it can be in a single quotation or it can be in a double quotation use. So as you can see, hello can be written in a single quotation also, in the double quotation also, right? Or the string value, it can be written in the inside of the quotation or the outside of the quotation. The string value, it is also assigned some type of the value. For example, in previous example, we using the assigned string to the variable. So this hello string is assigned the value which is a, right? Then the multi-line string, it can be used, multiple lines of strings we can use, right, in a string Python. Next, how you can access the Python string. So the Python strings, in this we using the string slicing. So string slicing, it is used to extract the exact portion of the string by the specified by the start and the end indices. The syntax of the string is the start, right? The start which is equal to a start to the end value. It can also stopping the index of the string. So as you can see the example, this value, right, this string is stored in s variable, right? If I want to access the particular element into the variable, into the string, so how you can, we need to use the string slicing format. So string slicing format is used to start or to the end. This is the format of the string slicing, right? So in print, the value of this string is stored in s, and which particular value I need to, if I need to access the 5, right, string 5, or I need to access the string in reverse order, right? Next we have the fifth character of this, can be this. Next again you need to follow up this all these processes, the start and end, by using the string slicing operation in Python. How it can be used in string slicing, right? For example, if I have the one word which is the Sia, right, the value of this string is 0, 1, 2 and 3, and if I am giving the in reverse order like this, right, the minus integer value, how I can give the answer of this? -1, starting from the right of the string, right, -1, -2, -3 and -4. Okay, so this is used in the string slicing. Next we have the list. List in the Python is a built-in function which is used in the sized array, and it can automatically grows and the strings. It can use all type of the items, and it can be used in a mixed type of the item, which is possibly used in the store references at a contiguous location, and the actual items can be stored in a different location. So list can contain the duplicate items. It can also be mutable, and it can also be modified, and it can also be replaced and delete the particular item. List can be ordered, and it can maintain the some type of the order element based on how they can be added. It can accesses the item in list. It can be done directly by using the position, by using the index value from which is starting from the 0, right? As you can see in program, this type of value of the set, right, the list is stored in a variable. So okay, when I'm going to print the a, so what type of value I am accessing with the help of by using the index value I can accessing. Like print type A, the accessing value is by giving the index value, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These all are the index value, right? The explanation of this in the mixed integer is like, it can be string can be used by the integer, string can using by the string also, and it can also using the any boolean value, right? Next, it can accessing by the indexing value. The value can be using the indexing value. Print A what? Right, the list of the A, the index value is 0. So what it print? It print 10. Sorry, it started from 0. Right. Next, we have creating a list. How you can create? The list can be created by using the square bracket. Number one point is it can be created by using the square bracket, right? So if this square bracket is taken, right, I created the list, and in this some type of integer was there, a string was there, and some type of the data type was there. All these can be stored by using the some type of the specific variables was, and then you can print, you can give it, you can see the answer, right? It can also be created by using the list function. So how you can create it by using the list function? Number one point, by in Python you can create it by using the square bracket, or you can using the list function. So in list function you need to just define the some type of the parameter in the list, and then print all these lists can be stored in some type of the variable. Either it can be G, I, or it can be, depends on you. You can store in any type of the variables, right? Next, creating the list with repeated element. You can also create it by using the repeated element, right? By using the, for example, I am taking the B value equal to, for example, I have the 4. If I need to repeat this value, so the 4, how many times I need to multiply by 3? So the output I am seeing the 4, 4, right? Okay. Next, we have accessing the list element. Accessing the list element by using the indexing value. So in this we using the indexing value. Indexing value starts from 0, and it give you, while giving the negative, it starts from the -1. In negative, if you give the negative indexing value in a program, you don't need to start from the -0. You need to start from -1, right? So this is the list, and I'm going to starting from by using the indexing value, accessing all elements, right? The list is using some type of the methods we use in this. We have the append parameter, we have the append function, we have extend function, and we have the insert function. In append function, we need to end of the list. In extend function, we need to multiply the elements, and in insert, we need to just insert the any type of element at a specific position. Next, this is the example was the, if we initialize by the empty list, if I need to add the element, we need use append function. And if you want to insert some type of any index, you need the insert function. And if you need to multiply any type of the element, you need to use extend function, right? Next, we have updating the element into the list. How you can update it? By using the index value. If you want to update it any type of the number in string, right, we're just using the index value. So if I want to insert the another value in index 1, so simple, you write A, right? The variable, all these list was stored in A. So A, which type of index you need to store that value is 1, given the value, and then print A, the updated value you can given. And how you can remove the element in the list? By using the remove function, by using the pop and delete statement. Remove function is used to remove the first occurring of the element. Delete function, you need to delete some type of the specific index element. Next, pop element, you need to pop the some specific element at the last which has the no index value. This is the list, right? If I want to remove any type of the value by using the index value, right, we using in this the remove function. And if you want to index pop the any type of the value, we using the pop function. Pop using in the stack value, right? Next, we need to delete some type of the statement. We simply use the delete function. How you can iterate over the list? It can using by the for loop. method or the iteration method we use. So this is the list. How you can iterate? By using the for loop. For item, I can take any type of the variable. So I take here the item, this item in which A. So this A list can be stored in the item variable and then simply print the item, right? Nested list in Python. Nested list in Python, it is the some type of the another list which can be used in the representing the tables, and it can be used as, so suppose here is the matrix, and how I can access this. So this matrix can be taken like this, right? 0 0 0 1 0 2. So we can access like this value. So the print the matrix, the value I need to want the value from the matrix is by using the row and column value indices, right? Here is the some type of the list code, the length of the list by using the length function, maximum of the list by using the maximum function. Swapping the two value, how you can use in this? Swapping the two value, A equal to B or B equal to A, right? Check if element is existed, index of the element, remove the duplicates, reverse the list of the sum of the list, concatenation, right? By using the two, by combining the two list, and sort of the list in a Python, right? Here is the example by using the set function. Set function is used to remove the duplicate function, right? So simply you need to use the set function, the list, right? The list of the A, then set function. What you need to remove? The element in the A, right? So it removes the duplicate element by using the set function. Next, reverse method. Reverse method is used to reverse the element in the place and modify in the original list without creating a new list, right? By using the sum function, it is used the most efficient way to calculate the sum of the element in a list, and it automatically taking care of the iterating and summing up of the all value, right? As you can see in the programs. Next, we have the initializing of all the list. You can using the merge, concatenation was performed, right? Two list was there, concatenation. So all these lists can be stored in the C value, concatenation is performed, right? Next, let's talk about the dictionary. Dictionary, it is a type of the data structure that can store the value in the form of the key and the value pairs. So the value in the dictionary can be data type and it can be duplicated, whereas the keys cannot be repeated and it must be immutable. So for example, if you need to store any type of the data in the dictionary, you need the key and the value pair formation, right? So the keys are the case sensitive and keys must be immutable. It must be unique value, and the dictionary uses the hashing function, right? By operation the inserting, deleting the perform the constant time, right? Let's talk about how you can access the dictionary element. So the dictionary element can be accessed by the variables, but so in this we using the get function. So here is your dictionary. Dictionary can be written in a curly braces, right? List can be taken in a square bracket. You must need to remember all these, okay? Next is print D. The D is like all the dictionary can be stored in a variable D. So D, what I need to access? I access the some type of the key, right? So I'm using the key, right? Next, with the help of the get, how I can access? Same again, print D dot get name. You need to access the what type of the value? Keys is name. Next is adding and updating. So adding and updating by accessing the key value, right? In the pair formation. So if you need to access the any type of the key value, so all you need to just call the all these list dictionary can be stored in this, right? Then after that updating the existing value. Next, removing the dictionary, we uses the four type of the functions. Delete function, which removes the any type of items in the keys. Pop, which removes the item by key and returning its value. Next, the clear, which empty the dictionary. Pop item, which removes and returns the last key value pair. So as you can see, this is the example where we are using all these four operations. Next, then we have some type of the dictionary. All you need to just perform the delete. So delete, it deletes some type of the key pair, you need to mention it. So by using the pop function, it removes the item and returns its value. Then again the key value, D dot pop item. So the D dot pop item, which means calling the dictionary. So D dot pop item can give you, remove the items and give you the last value, then clear, it can clear all the dictionary, right? Next we have iterating through a dictionary. How I can iterating through? By using the key method. So the key method is used in the form of the for loops, right? So for example, this is your dictionary, right? So with the help of for loops, so for key in which D, right? So when you're going to print the key, then it can print you all the keys, right? Next these are some operations performed in dictionary by creating the program, add and append, remove, access, conversion, involving the two list and involving the two string in the form of tuple, then dictionary. Next, how you can create the creation of dictionary. Dictionary can be created by using the dict function. You can also using the curly braces, or you can also uses the dict function. So dict function, you need to assign the key and the value, right, in the form of set. You can get it the dictionary format, right? Next we have using the default dict. Default dict is used to initialize the missing value in the default value, and it can uses the multiple types of value under the same key. As you can see, this is the dict this is the by using the, which in this we created the list, and after that by using the default dict list, it can convert it into the dictionary by using appending the value, right? Next we have set default. It is used to simplify the dictionary creation by initializing the value. For example, this is the list, and we also created the empty dictionary. In this we assign the append all the value from A to D, right? Next we have the using for loop. The traditional for loop is also using in the dynamic heading. The key and the pair was there, right? And after creating the empty dictionary, we need to form the for loop in the form of the range and then assigning all these value, right? Using enumerate function, it assign the iteratable value, which is in the form of the dictionary values, right? By applying this, you can create the list of the index value pair and convert it into the dictionary, right? Next, how you can create the dictionary from the sets. All you need to do is creating the empty dictionary. If condition was there, if that type of is in the D, then you can create by using the set function, right, and updated this value. And if it is not, then you can again the set value and then created. So all these can store the multiple unique value under the specific keys, right? Creating the dictionary from a string, it can uses the some type of the involving converting a string value which represent the dictionary into actual Python dictionary. By using the next is the by using the execute. So execute, it is the similar function we using in the evaluate, which is the general purpose. For example, you have the dictionary and dictionary variable stored in S. So if you using the execute of what? So this can be executed, all the value is stored in the code, right? And it can remove all the risk. Creating dictionary with tuple. Creating dictionary, it can mapping each the key and values in the with the help of this. The dictionary was created by keys and values. Next is dict function. Again, with the dict function, you can create the dictionary by using the dictionary comprehension, which is used as existing symbols is uses in this. Next, few examples programs was there. Length of the dictionary, key exists, accessing the element, remove the key, remove the substring, sum of all numeric values, find the keys maximum, remove duplicacy, filter the keys, count the frequency, check two arrays, right? All these are the examples can be given in the dictionary problems. So thank you. Jai Hind.